Hey guys, my name's Peter and I'm working on my 2013 Duramax. This is the LML engine code, and we had the classic head gasket issue that a lot of people online have been experiencing. Basically, most likely over there on number 6, the head gasket is leaking while under load, pressurizing the coolant system and forcing coolant out of the overflow side of the coolant tank. So I got a quote from a shop for like $7,500 to do the head gaskets. Don't really need the truck for towing in the immediate future, so we decided to park the truck and tackle this over the couple weekends, and I'm on weekend number 2 right now. It's a fucking crazy job. I mean, I had an LB7 before. I did the injectors on an LB7. That was a pretty big job. The LML has a lot more shit on it. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest with you. If you're questioning if you can do this job or not, I would probably bring it to a shop and do it. But anyways, the reason why I made this video is to show you how to remove the injectors on the LML. I have not found any videos on YouTube on how to remove those injectors. I actually ordered a special tool from Snap-on, which was $175. It didn't get here on time for the weekend. I'm kind of crunched for time. So I figured out another technique on how to get these out without compromising the integrity of the injectors. So what I do, I've done this on 5 injectors so far. This is number 1, number 3, number 5, and number 7 over there. I already got 2 through 8 on the driver's side pulled, but basically, if you look over here, there's a retainer clip on the injector. So that's number 7 right there with the retainer clip. You can see on number 5 right here, I already pulled the retainer clip. And that guy looks like this right here. This little wedge bracket retainer clip, whatever the heck you want to call it. So this clip right here basically slips in over the outside collar of the injector and holds it down with that bolt. So you can see the other one over here. This guy right here holds down that injector, and if you notice, it's kind of got this taper to it, so it sits in there just like this. What I've found is that if I take this and I flip it over upside down like this, I can slip it in there around the collar of the injector. So just like this. I don't know if you can see that. Just like that. And what I've been able to do is just simply take a pry bar and put it in between this wedge here, the retaining clip, and the valve cover, and then I just simply pop the injector. It seems to pull straight out. It doesn't rub sideways on the injector sleeve or anything like that. So I've had some great success with that so far. The one thing I want to point out is that you should definitely take some compressed air and blow out these channels in here before you pull the injector. On the other side of the engine, I had a ton of like little debris, dirt, leaves, all that kind of stuff that was all accumulating in this area here. So what I've been doing, I really should have some rubber caps on these holes, but basically what I've been doing is I've been covering these with my fingers and then taking compressed air and blowing it in the back of the chamber here to get all of that shit out. You're not going to get all of it. Obviously I'm taking the heads off, so I'm not too concerned if I do get a little bit of debris down in the hole. But if you are doing an injector job on your LML and you plan on reinstalling a remanufactured set of injectors, or having your injector serviced, whatever it is you're doing, definitely clean off your valve covers as best you can before you pull these, because that does as you can see, lead all the way down there into the top of the compression chamber. So I don't know what else to say. I mean, I haven't got down to the head gaskets yet, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. The one other thing I noticed on this truck, you know, a lot of guys with the LB7s or the LML, the turbocharger actually sits up quite a bit higher on the block, and the one thing that I've noticed with this LML is that the turbo sits quite a bit closer to the intake manifold on both the driver and passenger side. I already removed a couple fuel lines here that went underneath the turbo up here to where the fuel rail distribution manifold was. I'm gonna just tell you this right now, it was a fucking nightmare. But I got it done. It was a little bit of a rat's nest getting that whole thing taken apart. You can see it over there on the bench. But yeah, I hope that helped you guys. You know, probably if I had a lift and I had the option to take the cab off, that would be a way better option. This is definitely a back straining son of a bitch. So one other thing back here, this is where the EGR cooler hooked up to one of the downpipes on the backside of the engine here. Those 3 bolts right there took me about 2.5 hours just to get those 3 bolts out, and that was a bitch. That I'm sure I can do it faster the next time, but just giving you a heads up that if you're going to tackle this, plan on lots of bloody knuckles and lots of curse words, because it truly is a bitch. One other thing to note, we did have the EGR blocked. This truck is deleted, so there's no DEF tank. It's running just a real light tow tune, nothing too crazy. It's got 130,000 miles on it. Unfortunately, it was diagnosed with a bad head gasket, so I'll probably put together another video here to show you guys what the head gaskets look like, so maybe this will help somebody. Anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them to me on my YouTube channel, and yeah, have a great day. Happy Saturday.